Week 10, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Washington Commanders at Northwest Field, which is the worst name for a stadium on the planet. You could have named it you could have just named it Washington Stadium. Beautiful. Beautiful. But instead you went Northwest Stadium. Trash. With that said, let's make our picks. What do we got?
Yeah, the line on DraftKings right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers as 3-point underdogs to the Washington Commanders on the road. The over-under sits at 45, so much higher than it was against both the New York teams. But once again, Steelers underdogs by a field goal.
Wow. It was 2. Went down to 3, which means they're betting. People are making moves on this one. I mean, this one's easy. This is not... The Steelers are going to lose some games, okay, in the second half. They're not going to go perfect in the second half. They're not going to be flawless. They're going to come out of the bye. They're going to have some hiccups. I agree. I don't think they're going to lose to the Commanders because at the end of the day, this is if this was the other way around, okay, and this was 2 dominant defenses against 2 really bad offenses, I could, as painful as this is to say, I could say something like the Steelers defense could blank out on this one and really give up the game. We've seen it. We've seen it too many times to say that isn't a possibility. But this is the other way around. This is 2 very hit or miss right now defenses against 2 performing pretty well offenses. And in that battle, I give the hand to Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson ain't going to fall. Russell Wilson ain't going to trip. He's not going to stumble a little bit. He's going to keep his offense exactly where they need to be because that's what he does. That's why Russell Wilson is here, so that the offense never has that game where you go, what the heck is going on right now? Not with Russell Wilson there. I'm going Pittsburgh Steelers take this one. I'm feeling good about the Pittsburgh Steelers taking this one. I don't think it's a blowout. I don't think it's a big, massive, crazy game. I do think they hit the over on the 25.5. Is that what it was? Or
the over under was 45.
45.5. 45 flat. Yes. 23-23 game. Easy. I do think you hit the over on the 45. I still think the Steelers win, but I could see it going the other way. I'm going to go 26. I'm going to go 26. Again, they scored 26 last week, so they're not going to do that again. I'm going 27.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to go twice. I'm going 27 to 21. Pittsburgh Steelers. A closer game than 6 points says it is. A closer game than 6 points says it is. I think the Steelers defense comes out slow and slacking a little bit. But I think Washington's defense is terrible and has nothing to stop the Pittsburgh Steelers run attack and nothing to stop the Pittsburgh Steelers pass game. And because of that, they're going to score some points. So it'll be on the defense to stop them. I think they could come up with at least one of them to stop it from going to 27. 27-21 is my guess here. And this is we already know Najee Harris over 188 yards. So this is a big round game for Najee Harris. 27-21 is my pick.
Yeah, I like your picking for those who were waiting to see if Noah would pick against the Steelers for the first time this year.
No.
Think again. You've made it to week 10, double digits, and you've picked the Steelers every week. I love it.
Every single week. Yeah, but they're 6-2. They haven't had the game to lose yet.
I mean, that's why you're 6-2 on these picks, and I'm 4-4.
Exactly. Look at the end of the day, even the front half, there was not the game to pick. There wasn't. Yeah. Like, you weren't going to bet that they lost against the Colts. Nobody was going to pick that game. Nobody's going to be like the Dallas Cowboys, man, which you did, I think. I think you did. You did. But at the time, looking back now, that looks like an even crazier pick than it was at the time. But they didn't have the game to lose. We will have the game to lose. People will hate me for a moment when I pick the Chiefs or I pick the Browns to win in Cleveland or something crazy like that. But for right now, the Commanders. We're going 7-2 riding with the Steelers against the Commanders. If you're as dedicated to your football team as I am, you've got to check out my partners, DraftKings Sportsbooks. With options to bet on your favorite team, favorite players, props, and more, there's something for everyone. And right now, all new customers who bet just $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Now that's something to celebrate this season. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using my promo code ALLSteelers. The crown is yours. That's right. New customers can bet just $5 on anything and receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code ALLSteelers and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code ALLSteelers only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Alrighty, I like it. Sticking to your guns. I do have to follow you on that one though, because I'm gonna stick with the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one. I mean, Mike Tomlin after a bye, historically very good. I mean, we talked about that for Monday Night Football, and was it pretty? No, it wasn't pretty. But guess what? Mike Tomlin won on Monday Night Football at home, as he tends to do. Yes. So Mike Tomlin after a bye in his career, 13-4. Now, I understand they're going up against a really good Commanders team, a really dynamic offense. I believe the exact quote from Cam Hayward was lightning in a bottle when describing Jaden Daniels. I don't think they slow that down a lot. I really do think that Jaden Daniels is going to be able to go out there and do what he's been doing to every single team he's faced this season. I think the defense is going to put up more of a fight than we've seen from certain teams, aka the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens, because we all watched that game last week. But I do think
go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry,
you're right.
Yesterday, not last week.
I was gonna say yesterday. You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah,
don't mean to interrupt you. You want to hear something crazy? Locked myself out of the house again yesterday during the game.
You gotta stop doing that.
I know.
You gotta stop.
I know. It's first thing on the
get a brick and be like,
no, you can't get a brick. I live in the city of Pittsburgh, man. We had the conversation of somebody literally trying to get in the house the day before. Can't do it. But last night it was like 10:30 at night last night, and I just click, and the wife was with me too. We were both outside, and we both looked at each other and went, "You got your phone?" And she went, "No." And I said, "Yeah, me neither, actually."
Straight to the window.
Thanks. No. But thankfully the neighbor came home, and we got to call an in-law this time. But it was bad. It was bad. It was a good time. All right, go ahead.
All that to say, Pittsburgh Steelers 34, Washington Commanders 24. I see 4 touchdowns for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one. I think that the Commanders defense just is not going to have answers for Najee Harris and that ground game. And I think the Steelers are going to put up a lot of points down in Northwest Field, whatever. Bad field name for one of probably the worst fields in the NFL. We're just hoping they make a new one and it's named something better.
No, it's going to be another terrible name and another terrible field, because that's
they got new ownership. I think they've done well to this point.
No, not well enough. Not well enough. I like that. 34-24 is a name, or is a score that, I mean, feels like a blowout to me. You beat the Washington Commanders by 10. That's a big win for Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Could see it happening though. Could definitely see it happen. I mean, everybody in the comments is saying that this is a 30-pointer. This is another 30 burger for the Steelers. That wouldn't surprise me. Would at any point this season, going into the season, would you have guessed that the Pittsburgh Steelers would be if they do it, on a 4-game streak of 25+ points with 3 games over 30?
No, I probably would not have predicted
Never in my life I would have bet everything I had against that.
Yeah, I had a lot of faith in Arthur Smith, but I don't know if I had that much faith to where we could go from what we saw last year to what we're seeing right now, which is a not just competent, but actually pretty good offense for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy that this is where we have come and how far the Pittsburgh Steelers have come on the offensive side of the football. But I mean, hey, you hire good coaches, you get some good quarterbacks, and you really do some stuff. That's what happens. I love it. 34-24 I'm going 27-21 this time around for the Pittsburgh Steelers.